Sitting outside of Lazy Acres. This is number 38. It's near Hope Church, if you know it, in Hermosa Beach. And essentially, I was told by a man who randomly came up to me, gave me a handshake, gold eyes. He goes, "Hey, you're just the man I'm looking for." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, there's going to be a speaker event at Hope Church. Are you gonna you should go?" And I'm like, "Okay, for sure. I'm definitely gonna go. I'm ready to speak and start spreading the word and like being like go take the next step." And so he goes, well, at first when he says it's from 6 to 7, I'm like, "Oh, that's long." And he's like, and I'm like, "The more the merrier." And we shake hands, and he goes, "It's gonna be a long journey. Are you ready? Or the journey ahead of you is gonna be very long." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I've got God." And he goes, "Good answer." So the next day, as I'm getting ready for church, all buttoned up and everything in a white, nice button up, because I figured presenting myself instead of my gym clothes is better. There's a spider in the shower, which normally I turn on the water and just, wash it out. But I try to lift it out, and it jumps off my hand, and it threads down. I can't see the thread, but I'm thinking, maybe I can. And I start grabbing it like one by one each hand, and I start pulling it up by an invisible thread. And I'm like, oh, well, it's still dropping, trying to go to a place where it would die, but I'm able to move it out eventually. And then as I go to church that morning, around like 9 or 8, there's a sign that says, "Faith is like Wi-Fi. It's invisible, essentially. Just faith can be invisible, but it's there." And I go into church. There's no one in there. And I'm like, okay. And this little old lady comes from behind me, and the guy who's painting the walls or something. And I guess there wasn't something going on. I end up finding out that there's an event for somewhere in Huntington Pier for Memorial Day. And so I go there instead, which, by the way, was very cold because everyone was dressed up in beach clothing. And instead, I'm just like not dressed up in beach clothing. But it was a good day, and I had some more lessons during there. Like when I was in a shop looking for something to hold some Pokemon and basketball cards I had wanted to get. It had 2 packs, and they were trying to help me look, and I was like, "Oh, I'll find it." And I found like maybe one or two things that could work, and then I look at something and I'm like, "Oh, maybe three." It turns out to be this little colored pack with forest on top of it. Again, my book and everything I do is nature themed, and the colors has to do with me and Eevee and holding all the colors of the world because I had 12 colors. My favorite Pokemon's Eevee again, and my book and the pearl is the poem on my Instagram. So yeah, that's another quick little fun coincidence. Yeah,